Well, I certainly think that gross margin is one of them. I think one of the interesting things is how a business is doing, how well a management is able to do relative to its forecasts and budgets, right? Um, I think the question of answering the money now versus money later question is an important one. Okay, so what is the business doing to make money in 2 or 3 years from now, not just the next quarter? And we certainly see in large organizations that's a big one. Um, I think that if we take a look at what the strategic plan is, right, and you could think of what the elements of that particular strategic plan are, what you should do is you should measure attainment towards the particular objectives, right? So if one of the strategic plan is to hire and retain the best, what's the retention rate, right? What kind of churn is there with respect to your employees, right? Part of it might also have to do if, well, let me just take another sideways. For not-for-profit organizations, there's a concept that was very popular a number of years ago called the balanced scorecard, which says, gee, we're not just doing stuff for we're not a profit-oriented organization. We also have some other types of scorecard things that we actually do with respect to the community or with respect to overall society or more driven by the mission, if you will. So those might also be for an entrepreneur something that you might wish to do. But you know what? Listen, if you're not able to bring the dollars in, it's very hard to accomplish any kind of mission. So um, whether you're looking at days receivable, for example, how long it takes to collect receivables, whether you're looking at some of the trends, that's also particularly important. If we're thinking about purely from a business development perspective, it's taking a look at the funnel, if you want to use that term, and see how long it takes for different prospects to move from one stage to the other, to the other, to the other, and what percentage conversion you get on each stage of the business development process. I think one of the newer ideas that I think is fascinating is the question of the client journey, the customer journey, the buyer journey, and to say, okay, um, what happens at each of these touch points? And are there some specific metrics that'll kind of make a difference? I think the question of market research and getting some understanding of where some of those friction points are for the clients, members, whoever it is that your stakeholders are. I think getting some of those metrics. Now, I'm just expanding a little bit on some of these because there's some of the non-financial metrics. Okay, but it assumes that what you're doing in terms of financial metrics are ones that are important. Okay, good question, Bonnie. Thank you.
Brad?